Hello everyone, my name is Ľuboš Petrovič, and in today's video I will make an installation of a localhost Netgrif Platform application, so you can at home install your own Netgrif instance as well, or in your environment. What I will be doing today, I will be installing this three-layer application that is in the background. I will be installing Spring Boot backend databases to the Docker, and those databases are MongoDB, Elasticsearch, and Redis. And also I will install an application frontend that is based on Angular, JavaScript, TypeScript, and this three-layer application will serve me to run my own platform where I will be able to run our low-code applications. I will start with the application backend. For application backend, I'm using the repository etask backend starter that we are having on our GitHub in our community edition. This etask backend starter is template repository, so you can at your own use this as a template and create a new repository. Here I can fill the repository name. So for example, showcase tutorial backend, and I will create this repository. As you can see in the presentation, I need to have Java 11 for this application installed in my PC. In the latest version, we are not having in this etask application starter is Java 21, but for now Java 11 and also Maven. I will be using development environment that is IntelliJ IDEA, that is having Maven already like within the development environment. So I do not need to install that one, but I'm already having installed Java 11 in my PC. I think the repository is already created in my GitHub, so now I can clone this repository into my PC. So here I can clone the repository. I'm pasting down the link and I'm cloning it. Trust all projects. And right now the application is up and running. In the README document, you can see what all prerequisites you need. As I mentioned, I can open the terminal. I'm having Java 11 already installed in here. And in the build in Maven, I can put the lifecycle without test clean package install, which will download the dependencies for this project. So I would be able to run it. We need to wait a couple of seconds to download all the dependencies. And as long as the Maven installation was built successfully, we can go to second part of starting the backend, and those are databases. Here within the application structure, you can see that we are having a Docker Compose file. Here are all the services that we need to run. So as I mentioned, we are having Mongo, Elastic, Redis. I'm having up and running the Docker within my PC at the moment. You need to install Docker, and if you are using Windows, you need also Linux subsystem for Windows. I'm having Ubuntu in here that will allow you to run Docker in your PC. Here, I just need to press the green button to run the Docker Compose. For Elastic, I can do all the stuff as well for Mongo and Redis, but if I will press the upper one, all of them are running, and I just need to wait a couple of seconds to run my databases. Okay, databases are up and running. We can check the Docker application and we can see that Showcase, Tutorial databases, Elastic, Redis, and Mongo are up and running. That's great. And now, as Maven is installed and databases are running, we can run the eTask application itself. So by pressing the green button, enabling annotation processing, and also in a couple of seconds, it will ask me to shorten the command line, and rerun. The application is starting to run. We just also again need to wait a couple of seconds until the application is running. It always depends like what in the starting of the application functions you are having in there. It can take a longer time, but the typical running sequence takes just a couple of seconds. Okay, great. We can see Netgrif application engine in the log. That means that the backend of the application engine is successfully running. And now we can go for the last part, which is frontend. Now we need to again download the frontend repository, have installed Node.js and npm in a specific version. I will show you which one. It is also again written in the README file, and then use some IDE. In my case, it will be WebStorm to run this Angular application. Okay. Here in the browser, I'm again going to the eTask frontend starter repository, which is again a template repository which I can use. I'm creating a new repository. I'm naming it Showcase Tutorial Frontend, and I'm creating this repository. Once the repository is created, again, I can copy the link to this repo and go to the IDE, where I can clone the repository into my local host, into my PC. Again, I'm trusting this application. And here you can see that the front-end application is within my environment, as I told you. And here in the README file, you can see the prerequisites. You need to have Node.js and npm in here, so I can check npm version. So the version of my npm is 10.8, and version of my Node is 18.20.8. So these are the versions that I'm using and are working for me. Now I need to run npm install force in order to install all the dependencies that we are having in our Node.js file. In our package.json file. Great, so the npm install went well, and now we can run the Angular application. So by just clicking the green button, run Angular CLI server, the application is starting to run. And we just need to see the log that the application is running on some URL, and then we will see what will happen next. So we can see here that the frontend application is already up and running, and here on the localhost 4200, the app is ready to be used. So by using the default administrator user that we have here, super@netgrif.com, for the development purposes, there is a default password with that is the string password. You can log in into the application. Now in the dashboard, you are having just one card, which is a general card for all cases and all system cases filters. And also this environment is holding settings to change language and archive folders. In a 3 dots, as an administrator, I'm able to upload new processes. I prepared the general request application that you can find in our videos to be used here. So I uploaded that application. And as I'm in a full Netgrif platform environment, I'm able to create new process instances. For example, in this case, the general request is starting with a public task. So I'm able to assign myself this task either as a logged or not logged user and fill all the data. And work with it as you already seen in our eTask Netgrif Cloud application. And also I'm having a small extension of the application that we already created, as I want to show you how easily you can enrich the local application that you have there in your local instance by new rich code functionality, for example, in this case, by some Java or some by Groovy. And this is the function that I have created. It's some mimicking of how you can get a user from your IEM system that is like logged in into the application. I'm just like getting some random user from randomuser.me API, but basically you can use it in your Groovy, in your action delegate that this function then you can call directly from some process and see how easily you are able to extend the low-code application. So I'm copying the code that I'm having here in this in this 40 and going to the showcase application into eTask action delegate file that you can see in the main Groovy folder. I'm pasting it down. I'm taking the imports and putting them up into the main imports in the upper part of the file. Okay, the function seems good. And I'm rerunning the backend again. So the function will be visible for the local application. And not only that, I need to go again into next slide. I'm having the function that need to be called from the low code part. I'm copying it, going to application builder. Here is the request process that I'm having here in the section edit actions, events. When the submit of the request is assigned by some user, I want to get their data from their EAM system, whether it is some Red Hat Keycloak or Microsoft Active Directory or whatever. So user from IEM, you can see that I have data fields name, surname, and email. And I want to get them from the third-party system. Okay. The backend application is again already up and running. I'm downloading the source code of the application, going back to the eTask, logging in my super at Netgrif user. I'm logging in. Again, going to general, to workflows, uploading new process-based application, this time request version 1. It was compiled successfully. And when I open it in a new tab, I can assign, and I can see that I got from some API name, surname, and email. So this is also how simply you can extend your low-code application by some rich code in just a couple of seconds using correct function. You can connect it to third-party EIM. You can call whatever external web services, databases, whatever you need to make the most of the local applications that you have with Netgrif. Thank you very much.